In a world increasingly shaped by silicons and code, where does humanity stand? Are we in the blink of new age, or are we designing our own obsolete? From factory floors to the digital art studio, in the line between humanity creation and artificial intelligence blurs. Today we are diving into the ultimate question: human versus robot. Is it a battle, a partnership, or some far more complexity? Welcome guys, I'm Trust and this is a tstechtalk video. On today's video we are going to be tracking a topic that feels like a science fiction, but it's increasingly our reality: the relationship between human and robots. And apart from that, I am going to be paying more attention to the recent video made by MrBeast, a popular content creator, with his usual game, but this time it was constantly pairing them with a professional human athletic versus the robots. So we are going to be looking at this, and we are going to also be looking at reactions and to also see what people actually think or what people are actually making of this. So make sure you sit tight and let's go through this. And this is just going to be one of my good podcasts in this particular topic, because we are going to be discussing this a lot more. Alright guys, so I think I've already explained this enough. So I want to see people's reaction to this, because I have been posting so many videos about humanoid robots, how impressed I am and how really great or how really advanced they are. But then this experiment done by MrBeast is actually an eye-opener, and also I don't think it's actually manipulated. But then let's go ahead and go through people's reaction to this particular video. And also, if you want to watch the original video, this is actually the video I watched a few minutes ago: world fastest man versus robot. But not just world fastest man, not just a race, it also the car race, or the automated, or rather the self-drive. So many things actually in this video, not just the racing, there are more of it. But then on this post, this is actually the post to that particular video, so you can clearly see MrBeast explaining what he did in the video. Now he said, we tested if robots have overtaken humans as the top species with this experiment: world fastest man versus world fastest robot, and then world strongest man versus giant mesh, and also F1 driver versus AI driven race car, golf robot, baseball robot, and etc. He actually tested a lot of them. I watched the video and really is entertaining. You can go watch it, but I want to share with you guys the reaction from people. So the first person on this reaction is Mi Chow. I don't know if I got the spelling right. Pardon me if I didn't get it right. So he says, this will be epic if you need to have human race the Black Panther 2 by Mirror Me. And then below it, it says, we did in the video. And that is actually true. I saw this particular robot race in the video. So let's go ahead and see what people actually reacted in that same post. And on the reaction area, he said, we did. He said, awesome. And then somebody was laughing, and then it says, it takes time to get to full speed, and so it lost. So the other person says, wow, let's race the Black Panther. And then the second person says, watch the video. I'm not going to mention that particular one. And there's so many reactions. But then the one I'm actually interested in reading is the one from MrBeast, because obviously people are going to say something on it. Awesome. This is an advert. Why don't you build a beast robot? And then somebody, I have. Okay, let me go back and even read the different ones. All these ones are on that particular post. Okay, I think I also read this. Let's go back. So after that, another person says, that sounds pretty interesting. Thanks for the heads up, Beast. And then another person says, they called it a race, but it was a referendum. The fastest man alive lined up next to prototype. Not for fun, for framing. It wasn't who won or who will win. It was who still matters. They are testing machines. They are testing consent. How long will you cheer for your own replacement? As long as it's wrapped in dopamine thumbnail and sponsored by curiosity. The robots didn't flinch. The fastest smile, the smartest smile, and the human ran like he didn't realize he was sprinting for extinction on camera. This isn't content, it is soft rollout of post-humanism. And then gamified package soda. I don't know, there are so many things. I think there is a lot of hate, but then this person actually listed a lot of facts, because in the long run, the robots are just, how many years old? They are not even up to 3 years old. The humanoid robots just started like last year or 2 years ago. So they are not even up to 3 years old. So I think they are even very close to winning. And they also won most of the contests. So they are going too fast. And before before 2027, I think if they do this video again, they are going to win every single one of it. And note that in the video, it actually 4/3, meaning humans won 4 of the race, because it's like 7 competition. Human won 4 and the robots won 3. So it is very close. So imagine something being 2 years old. Imagine racing a 2 years old and then they won 3 times and then you won 4 times. It is just, the gap is not even, so I think I understand what this person is trying to say. The robots are really that close. And then the next person says, robot might be faster or stronger, but try getting one to understand sarcasm, family drama, human still wins. Yes, but that is actually not the case right here. But yeah, I understand what this guy is saying, because he's trying to put emotion to that, but that is actually not the point. At this point, MrBeast is conducting the scientific studies NASA forgot to fund. Okay, that's true, because I think this is the kind of thing that NASA should sponsor. Is NASA supposed to be sponsoring stuff like this? Yes, they can, because yes, they are also a science company, so I think they should. And then somebody posted this and say, you're not ready for next challenge. Go away. And then somebody posted a picture of that and say, one day they are going to make us pay. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to be bought and sold. I'm ready to be bought and sold from Gold Noodles teamed human puppy farms. Okay, I don't understand. I hope they give me to a nice family with lots of ketchup. I don't really understand what this person is trying to say. And then somebody say, people don't understand 90 kids had to battle the AI in the Mortal Kombat 2. We have been in the trenches for decades. We know the robots are superior. You have to chase this boss. I understand what this person means if you are actually a gamer. Robots are leveling up faster than my life. MrBeast, please don't let them take over. Seriously, they are very fast. They are so fast. I think they are actually growing faster than my channel. Now, interesting experiment shows us how far robotic and AI have come, but also highlights that human creativity, strategy, adaptability are still hard to beat. Exciting to see how humans and machines can complement each other. Okay, yes, that's true, but I think, to me, the robots are better. Bro, we are one software update away from being civilians in Transformers. That would take time. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Imagine in the future, they have the history books, Lemao, MrBeast's new video about robots. Yeah, they will have it in the future. Robots 1, human 0. Me understanding at finding the TV remote. Okay. Brilliant. This would be interesting to watch. Would like, okay, this person have not seen the video yet. Humanity really said, final boss fight. The lineup for speedrunners, a match and a robot playing golf. Can robots replace YouTubers? Of course they can. They're already doing that. Most of the AI videos or the AI created video actually have more views than mine. So yeah, why not? Seems like robots kept leg days. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let me guess. Human got a hamstring and the robot won the race. Not really. For the race, the human actually won everything. But it's really that close. I want to keep scrolling and reading, but then let me just skip. So in conclusion, if you are actually watching this and maybe you are thinking, hey, human actually won, you need to actually think again. Base your fact or your experience or whatever you know in the fact that robot is just new and the human have been existing for years. Like the person that raced is obviously 30-something years old. The youngest person in this competition is 25. So you can clearly see how quick the robot is growing. So I obviously think the robot actually did better than humans, even though the humans also won. There is hope to humanity, but a lot of the things you see out there is actually being done by robots and AI. Right now, not everything, a lot. And now, let's go ahead and go through the race. So for the race for the strongest man, when I watched that video, the strongest man was obviously struggling to lift the cars because it was car flipping. So the robots, the car flipped. The only reason why the human won that flipping is because the robot's movement was slow. But his flipping is like, it's not even a stress. It was so easy. He flipped it easily, flipped the first one, flipped the second one. And then in the last one, gripping the rope actually took it time. If not, the robot would have won. And for some reason, the human won because of the speed and also the balance. Because before the robots have to turn over to the other side, the human is already in the next pattern. Even the guy even had to rest at a point before flipping the third car, and so he still won eventually because he's faster and the robot takes longer time to actually turn. And then for the pitch ball, it is a really closed one, but the human won for the pitch ball. And then the ball kicking, it wasn't even close. The robot killed it off. And then the other one, I don't remember what other one is this. I wrote it down, but the robot also won. And then for the self-drive car, the human won, but it was this. In fact, I don't even understand what happened. At the point, the robot was winning because it was timed. It's not as if they were both racing. It was just timed and then the race. So I think the turning at the last part, that was where the human actually got it right or won the race. And then for the golf, nah, it's not even close. The robots killed it off. Killed it off. It's not close. And then for the racing, Miles, is it Miles or Knowles? He actually killed it off. He's the world fastest man in the United States, and he actually won all of the robots. But then when I was looking at the comment section, somebody actually said that it actually takes time for those robots to increase their speed. So it means if it's running, the speed keeps increasing. So it's just a 100-meter race and human won. So I think maybe if it lasted longer, maybe the robots would have won. So basically human won and there is hope for humanity, but that doesn't actually say that the robot is not close or the robots are not good. We are actually doomed, but then for now we are saved. We are safe right now. So the best thing is, don't forget to learn your AI, master it, and also leverage it so that you won't be left behind in all this AI and robotic bubble. So see you guys on the next one. Tell me what you think. Are robots really taking over, or are the humans still in the game, or the humans are already losing it? So let me know what you think on your comments. I will see you guys on the next video. Stay safe and peace.